Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to do a small vlog. I've had many people recently ask me about cloth menstrual pads. Um, and I post videos, or excuse me, I post pictures on Facebook a lot about the ones that I make. And just to show my progress, because I get proud of myself, because I love to sew. And just recently, I was asked by my niece on Facebook and also one of her friends about the cloth pads. And so this is just to break it down for anyone else and my niece and her friend about any and everything. First of all, the reason why I was interested in them in the first place was because I was diagnosed with fibroids about 6 months ago on my uterus, and I did research on YouTube, my gynecologist, and also on Google. And a lot of women do not know that the tampons and the pads that we buy in the store are loaded with chemicals and toxins that harm our bodies, that causes us issues in our girl parts as well as our uterus, as far as fibroids and also cancer. And so it's very important to do your own research. Don't take it from me. I'm not a doctor. I just prefer to use these now. I'm 41 years old. I got my period when I was 14, or excuse me, 9, and I wish I had known way back then. But now I know, into my early stages of menopause, that I can use these cloth pads and they are safer and much better for you. Number one, you can buy your own. I choose to make my own, but you can buy them and order them from Amazon and also eBay. They're just quite pricey. For the ones that you can buy, you can make a whole drawer full. Say for instance, you want to buy from Amazon or eBay. If you buy one pad, which is like $6.99 for one pad, you can make double that with just making your own, buying your own fabric and fillers and even fabric around the house, and then I'll explain that later. But anyway, they are pricey online, so I'm just telling you the truth. Anyways, I don't buy mine, I make my own. Even if you're a mother, there's some ways and tricks around this that will be so helpful to you that you would be like, wow, this is ridiculous. I wish I'd have known this a long time ago. For instance, you can go to the craft store, any craft store that sells fabric, and pre-measure and buy as many prints and whatever you want, okay? And let me mind you, there's so many cute prints. You can have the cutest pads and no one would see them but you. But, I mean, why not make your period fun, right? It's bad enough we gotta go through this, but at least you can have cute prints on your pads. Okay, so anyway, there's so many options out there. First of all, let's talk about the toppers. The toppers of your pads. So I have two examples for you of my own that I made with my own two hands. You can use jersey top. When jersey top would be the kind of fabric you would see or feel on let's say like a workout shirt, okay? You could use an old t-shirt like this, for instance. I thought about cutting this up many times, but I decided not to because my great friend Lisa gave this to me as a gift. So the only thing I did was cut out the collar because I hate collars on t-shirts. But anyway, you could use cotton from a t-shirt. You could use your old, the reason why I said mothers, if your baby has old receiving blankets, you wash them, make sure they're clean, you could use those. And I've done so. I have found some. All my babies are big now, so I didn't have any laying around, so I went to the thrift store and bought baby receiving blankets, and most of my pads are made out of that. But first I'm just going to show you one with the jersey and then one with the baby blanket, okay? The receiving blanket. So this one And you can make your own patterns. You can go on Google. You can just search menstrual pad patterns. Make your own template, or the other word for it would be your own pattern. Um, so you can cut out your fabric, okay? So here's one, and I use buttons. Some people use snaps, but it's cheaper and easier just to sew a button on. Now let me tell you about the inside of the pad. You have old towels that got bleach on them, or you can go to the 99-cent or the dollar store and buy cheap little washcloths that come in a pack. Cut them to the size you need. That is your core, okay? It's so simple. It is so simple. I should do a video on how to do it instead of just explaining it, but this is just to break it down of what I've used. So here's one made with the baby blanket, and of course, like I said, you can find many patterns on Google. So this is a different pattern, of course, but this is just a baby flannel blanket, and look how cute it is. It's a little monkey. And this is for a heavier day, so I made it a little bit thicker on the inside. And here's another one I made. It also has monkeys, but it's a different baby blanket. I like little monkeys. I've also made liners, and you can type up liners, or what you can do is if you have an old disposable pad or liner laying around, trace it. There's your pattern. You don't even have to go on Google. But that's how I got my pattern for my panty liner. So here's one. It's just way tiny smaller. You can use those on light days or when you're having heavier discharge. I also made for heavier or bedtime use, I've made overnight size ones, and see how big this one is. And again, all I did was use a baby receiving blanket. It's so simple and so easy. You would be surprised. Go on YouTube, look at tutorials. That's how I learned. And because I like to sew, I figured, okay, I should just make my own, you know? And I keep them in a little container like this with a lid. I don't know what I even did with the lid. Somewhere on my bed. But I keep them in there and store them in there until whenever I have menstrual period. And let's talk about washing them, okay? A lot of people are probably like, ew, how do you store them and how do you put them in your purse? Say you gotta leave, all that stuff I'm about to explain right now, okay? So first, say you gotta go to work, a store, you're out with your hubby, your boyfriend, whatever, and you know you have your menstrual, but you need to carry your pad. It's not like little convenient disposable ones where you can just stick it in your purse. Okay, well, dang, I should have got everything ready. There's two things you could do. Online, you can buy what's called a wet pad. It's almost the same thing as you would buy for your baby if your baby uses disposable diapers, okay? But it's smaller, so you could put it in your purse. And there's a zipper for used pads. So say you have to take your pad off and change. You put the soiled one in the zipper part, and then on the other side is for your clean one. So if you need to take one out to put on, you have it there, and that's how it's separated. That's how you would carry them. And I have one. I ordered one from Wish, if you're familiar with that website. Everything is cheap. I got mine for $1. I had to wait 2 weeks, but I got it for $1. And if you get them on Amazon, they're usually between $5 and $8, depending on the style, color, print, all that. The one I bought, I keep it in my room. In my closet, I have a walk-in closet. I just keep it on the door handle until whenever I need it. So anyway, If you don't have one, you can also use a Ziploc bag, and you can just take two, one for the soiled, one for the clean ones, and then put them in your purse. That's one way to do it. Um, okay, as far as washing, this is the fun part. People are like, ew, you want to touch bloody pads and blah, 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 blah. Well, the same type of bag that you would use to store in your purse, they have a bigger one that you can order online also that you can keep. So when you take your dirty pads off, you just throw them in there and you can wash them whenever you want, or you can wash them as you take them off. Now, I'm going to tell you my method and what I do and what I use to clean them. Okay, say I have a menstrual for 7 days. I have my own special little bucket with a lid, you can find at the Dollar Tree that has like the little swivel thing inside. Well, I have a little pink one. So when I have my dirty ones, oh, I'm on the toilet changing, blah, 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 or I'm going to take a shower, blah, blah, blah. Stick it in there, just as is. Don't touch it, just stick it in there. I wait until I'm all the way done. That way I can just wash the whole load of them. And you can either hand wash them or you can use them in the washing machine. I'm going to tell you both ways to do it and what to use. I preferably hand wash mine because I don't want my, how do you say this? I don't want my pads washed with my clothes because it is a protein. Any type of body fluid is a protein. And it could get on other clothes. And you don't want to ever wash them with, what is the word? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart.